chờ mong người đi về đâu vẫn nhớ về. Tình là có không khi nào tay cầm tay.
tay cầm tay, thương là thương. Is that song stuck in your head? That was my intent. All right, vocab time. I was banished for my crimes. Well, obviously, this is not a good thing. Idolize is gone, but I guess you could idolize some crimes, right? So what happens when you're banished? You're basically sent away. You got to go to some place, like remember Napoleon? He had to go to that island. So the best answer is going to be exiled. This worksheet is superfluous. Don't be confused by the super here. That doesn't mean something good. This is actually something bad. It means it's not very useful. It's extra. I don't really need it. Best answer is going to be A, unnecessary. The king relinquished control. He gave up control would be the correct answer. So he didn't want it anymore. Not typical behavior of a king, but I guess, in history there's probably been a king or two who gave up control, although that doesn't happen very often. The tension festered. This word is typically used with like a wound or an injury. And it's like when you don't get the antibiotics or you don't get it cleaned right, and it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse. So the correct answer is going to be B right there. Not too bad. So we got exiled, unnecessary, gave up, and worsened. Number 5, Jack protested vociferously. I like saying that word. Notice these kind of go down in terms of, how committed he is. So silently, he says nothing. Meekly, he's kind of like hesitant. Occasionally, sometimes reluctantly kind of matches with meekly. So if you're not going to choose meekly, you can't really choose reluctantly either. Best answer is going to be outspokenly. So Jack is angry. Jack is mad, and he wants people to know it. Number 6, her novels have a somewhat iconoclastic tone. I'm not a big fan of prefixes. They can be helpful, but for me, the word icon doesn't signal much here. I know they probably have some meaning somewhere. So for me, I just like to memorize the entire word. And someone who is iconoclastic, basically they like to challenge society. And not just society, but like the things we really love and the things we really believe in. An iconoclastic person goes against those things. So the best answer is going to be A, heretical. All right, number 7, the society was known for its profligate tendencies. When I first started in the GRE world, this was one of the first GRE words I ever learned. And it's actually a synonym with the word prodigal, which we had on an earlier test. So it just means wasteful. You waste a lot of resources. You waste a lot of water and things like that. Number 8, I don't find the event overly peculiar. I think we know what that means, at least most of us. If something is peculiar, it is strange. The reason why it's important to know this word is because on text completion questions, if you see the word peculiar, it signals that you have a contrast. Take, for example, I studied hard. Well, what would you expect? You would expect me to pass the test, right? But in this case, no, I failed the test. You say, oh, that's peculiar. You studied so hard and you failed the test? Huh, that's strange. So that's why you need to know that word. Number 9, please elucidate this matter as soon as possible. In this case, the root word or the prefix word does help you. The word lucid means clear. So the best answer is going to be clarify. Progress was inhibited by a number of factors. Don't be confused here with the word inhabit, which means to live. Inhibit means to stop or prevent or slow down, so not accelerated. Diverted just means go a different direction. Stabilized, no. Bolstered, no. Correct answer is B, restrained. This book clearly antedates the others. Again, prefixes are helpful here, so I guess I'm kind of eating my words. I just said prefixes aren't that helpful, but these two, number 9 and number 11, pretty helpful. Ante means before. Have you ever heard the word antebellum? Antebellum is like before the Civil War in America. So antedates means comes before. Best answer is going to be precedes. Obviously the pre right there. Anticipates does mean it comes before. Don't be confused there. But anticipates has a stronger meaning. It means that this book predicted these books, and that's not what that means. The employees lionized their boss. If you want to think like a way to remember this, think of the lion. The lion is the king. king of the jungle. So the best answer would be D, admired. Speaking of the king, they're coming out with a new Lion King movie pretty soon. I'm not sure how I feel about that. It seems like Disney's taking all of our cartoon classics and making them into live-action films. And they're going to make a boatload of money doing it, but I'm not sure how I feel about that. Anyway, let's move on. He could only be described as feckless. Trust me, you don't want to be described as feckless. This is not a good thing. That means you are incompetent. You have no clue what you're doing. Let's try to think of somebody from the media who is feckless. You guys remember the first Star Wars movie? Jar Jar Binks. There's a good example. I will only accept synoptic reports. You should know this word not in its adjective form, but in its noun form. A synopsis. So that's like a summary, kind of a short recap of what the main information is. So the best answer is going to be B, abbreviated, which again means like short, but you still get all of the necessary information that you need. 15. After high school, she was crestfallen. This is a word, in my opinion, you just have to memorize. Or you can maybe look at the word fall. If you fall, you're maybe unhappy. You are depressed. Correct answer is C. They have been harder to reconcile than we anticipated. Reconcile, GRE loves this word, reconcile. And the easiest way to demonstrate reconcile is imagine you have, I don't know, let's say you have communism or socialism over here, and then way over here you have capitalism. If you wanted to reconcile these two, you would have to kind of bring them to meet in the middle. And usually that's a pretty difficult thing to do. Reconcile can also mean like a relationship, like if you're not getting along with somebody in your family, if you guys reconcile, you come back together. So the best answer is going to be D, harmonize. Because harmony means you guys are together, everything's hunky-dory, that kind of thing. These animals aren't as skittish as the ones in the barn. So skittish in my GRE brain has two meanings. One meaning is like they get scared easily. And another meaning is they're kind of restless or difficult to control. So the best answer is going to be D, restive. Again, don't be confused by this word here. Rest doesn't mean sleepy or tired. Restive here means restless, like nervous and things like that. Her research paper was thorough in its analysis. This is a pretty easy word. You could even call this a TOEFL word. If you are thorough, you are detailed, comprehensive. The reason why this question is maybe a little bit difficult is because the correct answer is exhaustive, which some people may not know, because typically when we think of this word, we think of this adjective exhausted, like I'm tired. But remember, exhaust means to use everything or to cover everything. So exhaustive means that all of the information is included. So that's why the answer is C. 19. Despite his efforts, he could not evade the man. Well, what was he trying to do? Sounds like he was trying to run away and avoid the man. 20. The best teachers are known to improvise. Even if you disagree with this, no problem, because all you're really focusing on is the meaning of the word improvise, and what it means is to work without a plan. The beauty of working without a plan is, of course, it seems more natural. The downside of working without a plan is the class can be an utter disaster, if things aren't improvised well. 21. The couple decided to curtail their spending. So do they want their spending to go up? Do they want it to go down? Do they want it to put together? What they want is it to go down. Correct answer is C. Raw sugar must be refined. Correct answer is C here, but let's talk about refined. Refined can also be used for a human. And whenever you try to refine a human, it's almost like you try to make him more cultured, more sophisticated, more worldly. But if we're talking about something like raw sugar or oil, what we really mean is to purify it, take out substances that we don't want to be in there. 23. Anushka ruminated on her past. So what was she doing? Was she regretting her past, forgetting about her past? Was she learning from her past? Correct answer is she was thinking about her past. And not only that, she was thinking deeply about her past. This was premeditated. The prefix pre kind of gives it away here, right? Whenever you do something pre, you do it before. So the best answer is going to be A, planned. He's one of the most visionary people I know. People who are visionary have a vision. And people who have a vision, they want to maybe change the future or maybe invent new technology, things like that. So the best answer is going to be inventive. One must bridle his or her emotions. Do you know where this word comes from? It comes from whenever you get on a horse and it's like something you hold or something that basically stops the horse from running away or allows you to control the horse. So the best answer is actually going to be A, constrain. So one must constrain his or her emotions. This is bad advice, by the way. Again, you're not analyzing these sentences for context. You're just looking at the actual word itself. All right, 27. The look on his face is inscrutable. If it's inscrutable, it's very difficult to scrutinize. Scrutinize means kind of like figure out or study. So the best answer is going to be A, enigmatic. The government immerse millions. This one, in my opinion, is just something you have to memorize. And it's going to be likely not to be on the test, but I have seen it in an official GRE question. So the best answer is jails. It's just you put a bunch of people in jail. That's what it means, immerse. Finally, it's a monotonous process. This sounds not fun, right? Sounds boring, not very interesting. Sounds like you maybe want to just, you're sitting in a factory all day and you just want to die. Best answer is tedious. All right, last one. When she asked me for the artifact, I complied. Did I disagree? Did I lie to her? Did I cry? Did I go away? No, I agreed. I said yes. All right, so that was vocab quiz number 16. 16 times 30. That's going to equal 480. So we have 480 words now. I will try to get the next one out here pretty soon. Hopefully that was not too bad. And then I keep mentioning this. Sorry if you have to hear me say this for the millionth time, but we have a new website, gregmatt.com. Check it out if you get a chance. All right, until next time, guys. Talk to you later.